Hello. In this video, I'll be doing a LLM test on Mac Studio. I'm gonna be working on a basic model, 24 core, 60 GPU, and 64-bit of memory. It's a standard model, and that's the one that comes with 64-bit memory. We'll be running the default LLM 3.3 on this machine and see what is the CPU usage and the memory pressure. I couldn't find many videos, so I created my own layout, and as you can see, I'm showing you all the downloaded LLM models, which we will be using some of them for testing purposes. As you can see, the full-blown models have 141 gigabytes, which will not run, but I'm also using a little utilities over here that shows you temperature, CPU usage, memory usage, and memory pressure. And I also have a window with 3 prompts we'll be using to use that and ask questions. So we're gonna start with Llama latest 3.3, which is the standard model and has 42 gigabyte, and that should run no problem by default on 64 memory. So let's see how much we're using. So we're gonna load it up and it's ready to use. So we're gonna put the first prompt. Okay, it's processing. As you can see, the memory is building up. It's going up and it's processing the prompt right now. So we maxed out at 55 gigabyte and we're not using the swap. All right, so we got the results. I also run these commands with the verbose mode so you can see the performance. Okay, so we didn't get the precise answer, so we're gonna use the suggestions that they have. And looks like this model was cut off December 2024. Interesting. All right, so that was pretty quick. So by default, 64 is required if you want to run a Llama 3.3 version. Less than 64 is not gonna cut it. All right, we're gonna try the second prompt just to see how the CPU and memory works. All right, we're still within the memory. We're not using the swap. We got our response, and I also want to do one more test. I want to write the bash script, which is the prompt 3, and we'll be testing the bash script on the Mac and see if it performs. Also, I included a little bit a battery backup system that I have, EcoFlow, and as you can see, idling 7 to 8 watts, and when it's being generated, you can see the Mac Studio uses about 156 watts. So this is my usage monitor that shows you exactly, even though on the left you can see the CPU usage is 60 watts, but it's incorrect because everything that is in the computer equals to about 160 watts when it's trying to generate the response. So this is a little bit of a mobile app that shows you the current usage. And you can use solar panels and other generators to charge up the battery. All right, so we're getting the response and description of the script. We're gonna copy that and create the best script. I'm gonna be using Sublime Text as a preferred text editor, and we're gonna see if it runs correctly. So we're using the default Llama 3.3. Okay, so everything is cooling down now. Okay, so we got complete code. We're gonna copy the code. Now I'm gonna change directory to desktop and scripts folder that I created on the desktop. Inside we'll have a bash script. Okay, so I open the Sublime Text. I'm gonna save this file. Okay, we gotta go to desktop and scripts folder. And we're gonna call this system.sh. So if I list the directory, you can see system.sh. We have to apply permissions to allow us to execute the code in the system. I forgot M. All right, so that gives us a permission to execute the code. And now we're gonna run it and see the results. You have to run this code with sudo. All right, so we got some errors here. Looks like it shows some of the information, but memory module is not working using this code. I'm gonna scroll up. This is a little weird. Looks like it's buggy. All right, so our CPU information is not providing, but we get the operating system and memory. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next step. We're gonna close this language model and we're gonna try the full-blown FP16, or let me see, maybe we'll try something smaller. Okay, we're gonna try Q8. It's 74 gigabyte. This probably will not run, but we'll try it anyway just to see what happens. So this is more precise model. It's supposed to have more accurate responses. And we're gonna run it with verbose. And let's look at the memory usage. Okay, and it's not looking good. As you can see, we got the yellow and red memory pressure, and we started using the swap memory. So this model will not run, unfortunately. So even though if it's not FP16, the full-blown one, the Q8 will also not run. We got the prompt here, but it will just most likely freeze up or take forever. As you can see, it's using lots of swap memory. All right, so I cut it off, and I had to reboot the system. Unfortunately, it took way too long, and there was no response. So I rebooted the system. We're gonna try Qwen to 0.5, 32 billion now, which is only 19 gigabytes of memory, but that should just run just fine. So we're gonna perform the same tests. So again, we're gonna try Qwen 2.5, 32 billion models. And as you can see, the memory is back to normal. Okay, we're gonna ask the first question. All right, so that is also about September 2021. Okay, we'll see how it performs. As you can see, we have very low memory pressure. So it shows about 31 gigabyte used. So I guess this model can run easily on 32 gig systems. And let's see if the bash script works. Qwen was supposed to be one of the better model for coding, so we'll see how that works. Temperature is going up on this computer, as you can see on the monitor in the lower right corner, but slightly, Mac Studio has a really great cooling system. Okay, we're gonna copy the script. Okay, we're gonna paste it in my preferred text editor. I'm gonna save the file. And we're gonna execute the code. Oh, first we have to actually go back to the proper folder. It's scripts. Okay. I don't think I have to do it every time, but I just want to make sure. Okay, the root password. Looks like I have a typo. Looks like I didn't copy the whole code. My bad. I'm gonna copy the code because it wasn't outputting correctly. Have to work on my typing skills. Okay, we have to open the proper document, so gonna delete and paste, and we have echo at the very bottom that was missing, so we're gonna try this again. And yeah, disk usage comes up. We got another error here. Okay, so this script is a fail as well, so that didn't work. All right, we're gonna change to a different model now. Let's see which one we're gonna use. Okay, we can use Llama 3.3. Q6K, that should fit in my memory. Let's see. It's got 57, so we might be using a little bit of a swap. Yep, we got the yellow pressure. So it's best if you stay on the Llama 3.3 latest. This one is fully optimized and it will fit under 64 gig memory. I don't want to waste my time over here, so we're just gonna skip to the next model. Okay, let's try Qwen 2.5, 72 billion. This one is one of the largest one. And we'll see how that performs. Okay, it's ready. The memory pressure is low. Okay, looks like we're using 40, 43, 46, 49, 52. Alright, 53, and it's loaded. So this is a newer one. Looks like October 2023. Gonna write the story, 200 words. It's doing pretty fast. We're still within the memory use of this machine, so we're under 64 gig. We have some leftovers from the previous models, and I probably should restart the system to clear the caches and swap memory, but we'll just continue on using. The pressure is good. Okay, let's see if this script will work or not. So as you can see, you can generate different applications and you can try them in terminal and see if they work. Of course, you can improve the prompt and provide some more details to get better results. It barely works on the first try, so I would be amazed. Alright, explanations are quite long. Hopefully it should be done shortly, but that helps to read the code and understand it. So let's copy the code. And as you can see, the temperature went up a little bit because we were generating the code. But it's fantastic. On other Mac computers, they can reach like 90 Celsius. Alright, so we got the code. Let's see, and we got some errors as well. Memory usage wasn't working, CPU wasn't working, so yeah, it's also a fail. Yeah, we also have a Qwen 2, 72 billion. We're gonna see if we can run that. It's a little older model, but it uses also around 41 gigs, so it should fit in our memory, no problem. So as you can see, if you want larger, better models, then you need 64 minimum. Unfortunately, they don't have Mac Studio with M4 that I would like to buy. with 128 gigabyte of memory. And this one is also an older model, but it's very quick, and as you can see, memory pressure is good. Gonna try the code. Okay, the best group is generating. Okay, this one will not work either. I did, however, got pretty much a 95% working code before using a different prompt. I did ask Llama to give me a suggestion for an interesting script for macOS, and he generated a system information script, and pretty good. It came out very good. This time it doesn't seem to be doing that well if I specify what I want from that script. So I'm not sure, but as you guys can see, this code is quite short. Well, let's see if this is gonna work. I think this is the smallest bash script. And we got the CPU usage, memory failed. We got disk usage. So this one is not bad, except that the memory is not using, but not showing up. But CPU and everything else actually worked. So let's go. All right. So let's see what else we can use. Okay, we got the small model here. All right, let's see if we can use the 3.2 Llama. That's the base, very small model, but let's see if we can get the bash script working. This model should work most likely on 16 gigabytes of memory. So memory use 14, yeah. So 16 gigabyte of memory system shouldn't have any problem with this model. All right, the script is generating super fast. Let's see if it's any good. All right, and unfortunately, it's a fail. Yeah, nothing works. It only detected the system, so we got the system info, but CPU, memory, it's all fail. We got better results with the bigger models. Again, if we change the prompt, we should be able to get the working code. All right, we're just gonna do one more test. We're just gonna play with the photo. We're gonna try a Llama Vision model, and for that we're gonna download the GUI. But we'll try the GUI later on, and this one is called Llama Swift UI, and you can use built-in Llama models that were downloaded, plus you can process images. So we're just gonna download the img file for Mac. I'm gonna put this in application folder for later. And in order to use that, we need a different model. It's called Lava, and we're gonna download now an image for testing purposes. So we're gonna try to find a car image, and we're gonna save that to our desktop. And we're gonna ask Llama to describe the photo, and we'll see how that works. So we're gonna try this from CLI, and we're gonna use Vision 11 billion FP16 with the highest precision, because it's only 21 gig, so that will fit on our model. I mean, in our system, in our memory. So let's see how this performs. Okay, I'm checking we need to go back to desktop. All right, we're in desktop and we have car JPEG. Okay. All right, so we got car JPEG image there, and we're gonna use Llama Vision 11B. And what do you see in the picture? We're gonna paste the code with the URL, the path to the JPEG file. All right, it's analyzing. The memory usage is very low. I'm surprised. It's 21 gig, but it only uses, well, it just goes up now. I guess it was processing. So yeah, it reached out to 31, 32. So maybe 32 gigabyte system would be able to process the image. Let's see what it said. Image shows yellow sport car driving on a road or track. Okay, so the detail is pretty good. All right, so I'm pretty impressed. This is the first time I'm using a vision model in CLI. All right, that's a great result. We're gonna go and skip to the final part of this video. We got a bonus video with the GUI app, which we downloaded before, and as I mentioned, we're gonna use Lava. That's another vision language, which is supposed to be really, really good in analyzing, and this is the only one that works with the GUI. So we're gonna use version 1.6, and yeah, I downloaded this model. I already pulled it. Now we can open the Llama Swift application. All right, we gotta close it and open new window. Now we're gonna, I try to drag the picture, but looks like it doesn't work. So you have to click more options, select the photo, open, and type in the prompt. What do you see? And gonna click the arrow. Let's see the results, and it's pretty quick. As you can see, this one is actually faster than CLI Llama Vision, and the memory usage is way lower. So this model can even run on 16 gig of memory systems. So I highly recommend to use 1.6, but you also have different models here. As you can see, you got 13 billion and different variations of it. But the latest one, I believe it's 1.6, and it's at the very, very bottom. But you do have quite a selection here. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I couldn't find anything that describes Llama 3.3 and memory usage. And I was very interested how that performs. So I hope you guys find this helpful. Thank you.